In this video, we're going to go through the connection breath. This is going to be the basis for all of your healing through movement. And I know I just put a lot of pressure on this, but I really want to drive home the importance of how you breathe really matters in how your body is going to heal. This is going to be that kind of support system that we build in order to regenerate the strength in our body that we need in order to prevent things like bladder leaks, to heal our diastasis, to strengthen our glutes and all the wonderful muscles that have kind of done some fun things during pregnancy that we now want to kind of reconnect to. And that's why I call this the connection breath, because it really helps us reconnect to our body in multiple different ways. But in this example, we're just talking about how it connects in exercise. So let's dive in a little bit. Before we start our breathing, I just want to tell you total permission right now to let your expectation go of what your breathing should be. And you don't have to do this perfectly today, and chances are you won't, because most of us don't postpartum, and it takes a lot of practice and it takes a lot of intention and time and playing with this breath in different planes of motion as well as no motion and just sitting. But I want you to know that you're going to do this hundreds of times before you feel really like confident and super great about it. And it's like doing it on autopilot, okay? So what we're thinking about in the connection breath is generating tension in our body from the pelvic floor upwards. This is going to help protect our spine, protect our pelvic floor. So if you're feeling like you have prolapse symptoms that might come up if you're lifting something heavy, you're going to want to know how to do this to protect that kind of heavy feeling down there, as well as recruit the core muscles. A lot of times people don't know how to reconnect to those core muscles after pregnancy, right? We've all been there. If you've had a baby, you probably are feeling those core muscles and you're like, are they still there? I don't know. Ooh, I know I was. And so it's totally normal. So we want to be able to repattern our breath in order to recruit everybody that's in this core canister and get them on board again and get them working harmoniously together. And so this is step one. So when we're thinking about building that tension from the bottom, we're going to think about taking a big inhale in and relaxing everything first. That's a really big missed opportunity. So many of us just think we need to generate all this tension and tense up in order to hold our body. And it's trying to keep it safe, right? But tension doesn't mean strength. We need length in order to create strength. So we really want to be able to take a big inhale in and have that impactful into our pelvic floor. So fill that pelvic floor with nice length. And then as we exhale, that's when we start to generate the tension. So we want to think about recruiting all those lovely muscles in our pelvic floor and drawing up and in towards this belly button. So let's do this together. Take a nice big inhale in. You might want to put your hand on your belly. Just feel where that breath goes, thinking about everything just sinking way, way down, right? So inhale in. As you exhale, I want you to think about scooping up the pelvic floor, lifting up that blueberry off the floor, lifting it up just a little bit, and then everything's going to zip in and up towards your belly button. Okay, let's do that together. Big inhale in, relax. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's try one more. Exhale. Now I want you to keep going through that, and I want you to now start to take in some troubleshooting that might be happening here. Maybe you're not able to send your breath all the way down into your pelvic bowl right now. That's really common postpartum. We get in this short breathing pattern. So we're kind of breathing into our chest and our breath wants to stop right here at our diaphragm. So we have to repattern that. And that's why in all of my programming, we do a ton of breath work to kind of reset the body through the breath and just help everything kind of be able to come all the way back down into this pelvic bowl, because we need it all to function together, and it starts with our breath. So if that's you right now, it's okay. It's okay that you're not able to get that breath all the way down there. It's totally normal, and it's totally something that we can work through. So fear not. Keep practicing, keep going with your breath. Now, another thing you might be noticing is it might be really hard to generate tension in that pelvic floor. Maybe you're just not sure if you're doing it right, or if it's connecting, or if you're not able to zip up this midline and create that tension in your core too. Again, it's going to come with time and practice. So I really want to encourage you to continue using this connection breath to create that core brace in your everyday life. It doesn't need to be just in the exercises that you're going to do. It could just be while you are lifting your baby out of the bed, or maybe while you're standing and doing dishes or getting dinner ready. Or maybe you do have 5 minutes to yourself and you're just going to sit and think and use that mind to muscle connectivity to really try and send these messages back to these muscles that might be like, I've been asleep since you were pregnant, so I'm not really like on board with what we're doing today. And that's okay too. They're going to take some time, right? We've all had to eliminate habits in our lives, and we know that when we're changing our habits, it takes work, it takes intention, and it takes patience and time. Now that you've learned how to create your core brace, how do we apply this into exercise? So typically what I see, I want my clients to generate the core brace before they get going into something like squats, but reaffirming that core brace in the exertive part of the exercise. So yes, we're core bracing as we come down in our squat, but as we come up, we're going to really exhale, really generating that tension from the bottom up to protect our spine, to protect our core, and protect our pelvic floor. Creating that tension is going to help just kind of lock everything where it should be. So take that big inhale in as you're doing the calm part of the exercise. Exhale through the exertive part. And you're going to notice a huge difference in how your core feels, how your body feels, and just what happens in the pelvic floor there. Sit with that, keep going, keep practicing. You're doing amazing. Just by being here and showing up and practicing this today, you are one step further than you were 10 minutes ago.